Example 5.4.3. Mr. Boy drove for a distance of 135 kilometers. Let me highlight this. 135 kilometers at a speed of x kilometers per hour. So over here, you can draw a line and fill in 135 kilometers at x kilometers per hour. And for a further distance of 120 kilometers, okay, so over here, you can extend the line and draw, okay, and write down 120 kilometers. That's the further distance, okay, and at this speed, okay, at 10 kilometers per hour slower. So you can fill in the speed here as well at x minus 10 kilometers per hour. Okay, given that the time to travel both distances, okay, is the same, find the two speeds Mr. Boy drove at. In other words, what they are trying to say is that, okay, the time taken for the first part of the journey, okay, is equals to the time taken for the second part of the journey. So recall, okay, the formula for distance, speed, and time. You will have distance on top, okay, over speed times time. So to get time is using distance divided by speed. So you use the two times, equate the two timings to each other. Okay, so you can see on the left hand side here, we will look at the equation. The first part, the first timing you should get is 135 divided by x. Okay, so that gives you the time for the first part of the journey. Okay, whereas for the second part of journey, again, distance over speed. The second part of journey is actually 120 kilometers. That's the distance over the speed of x minus 10. Okay, now we have to simplify this equation in order to solve for the two speeds at which Mr. Boy drove at. So first step, we need to get rid of denominator x by multiplying it to the by multiplying both sides by x. Okay, so after that, we have to get rid of x minus 10 by multiplying both sides by x minus 10 as well. Okay, then next step, multiply 135 into the brackets. You get 135x minus 1350, which is equals to 120x. Okay, next, we want to group the like terms together on the left hand side. So minus both sides by 120x, and then get rid of this numerical term, and by adding 1350 to both sides of the equation. So you'll get 135x minus 120x equals to 1350. So next step, evaluate this, you get 15x equals to 1350. Finally, you get x equals to 90. But this is not all, because they want you to find the two speeds at which Mr. Boy drove. Okay, so we need to, what is the second speed? The second speed is actually x minus 10. So that's 80 kilometers per hour. Finally, we need to write an answer statement to complete the question. So the statement you need to write will be Mr. Boy drove at 90 kilometers per hour for the first part of the journey and at 80 kilometers per hour for the second part of the journey. Okay, so that's all for this example.